Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here with me again this week as I continue my cancer journey, sharing updates, encouragement through scripture, and of course, a healthy recipe. This week, I want to talk about oral health, something that often gets overlooked. But for those of us who have undergone radiation and/or chemotherapy, it's a daily challenge. When I was first diagnosed with adenoid cystic carcinoma back in 2020, my tumor was located at the base of my tongue. I underwent 35 cycles of radiation to dissolve it. That treatment saved my life at that time. But as many of you know, it also left a lasting impression. My saliva glands and taste buds haven't worked properly since then. Eating, tasting, and even keeping my mouth comfortable have all become part of this new normal. The verse that came to mind this week is Proverbs 16:24. Gracious words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. This verse reminds me that healing can come in many forms, through kindness, wisdom, and even through the care we show to our bodies. Taking care of our mouths may seem small, but it's part of honoring the body God gave us, and it allows us to continue sharing our voices and stories for His glory. This past week, I went in for a routine dental cleaning, and I have to tell you, I met the most wonderful hygienist who really made a difference. She suggested a new toothpaste and mouthwash that are perfect for those of us with sensitive mouths. She has a lot of patients that have gone through chemo and radiation and has given suggestions for different toothpastes and mouthwashes that they can use to help with the problems that we face on a daily basis. The toothpaste is called NOBS, or NOBS, for no bad stuff, and it contains xylitol and hydroxyapatite. I don't know if I'm saying that properly, but the xylitol reduces harmful bacteria and helps balance your mouth's pH levels, because we don't produce the saliva that is necessary to reduce that bacteria and get rid of it as a normal mouth would. So we need extra help with that. And the hydroxyapatite strengthens and rebuilds enamel. The receding of our gums after you're going through the different treatment that we've had becomes a problem. It even comes in tablet form, which I really like that. So you take they're just little tablets and you chew it, and then you add water to your toothbrush and brush your teeth normally, and it just creates this explosion in your mouth in the best way. I actually love them. And what's really great about them too is they're great for traveling. So you don't have to worry about TSA's 3-ounce liquid rule. The mouthwash she recommended is called Closis, and I've tried this. It's been great, because any other mouthwash it burns my mouth. My mouth is extremely sensitive to spicy or just real strong flavors, but I can use this, and I feel like I'm getting such a clean mouth from it that I wasn't able to do before because I couldn't use mouthwash. But you can find it at any Walgreens or CVS. It's made for sensitive mouths and helps eliminate any leftover bacteria after brushing. For the first time in a long while, I can use a mouthwash that doesn't sting. Even if you haven't been through cancer treatment, these might be great options if you're having receding gums or mouth sensitivity. I've been using both now for a week, and I feel like it really is making such a difference. I'm so thankful for that hygienist's kindness and wisdom that she shared with me. She didn't just clean my teeth, she helped improve my quality of life. So while Steve was away on a short work trip, I decided to take a little road adventure, a 2-hour drive to visit a friend in Louisiana. And you know, when you're in Louisiana, you have to cook something from the heart. We searched for a healthy Louisiana recipe and landed on a classic. And it was difficult to find a healthy Louisiana recipe. But we're gonna make red beans and rice. It's packed with flavor, comfort, and a little Southern soul. All right, welcome to our recipe. This is my good friend Donna.
Hey, y'all.
One of the blessings that came out of being in Houston at Jetstream. We met at the RV resort. And Donna lives in Louisiana. Steve traveled for the weekend, so I decided to take a 2-hour trip over to see her. And we thought we'd do a recipe together, but we had to find a healthy Louisiana recipe, which is not easy. They don't eat very healthy in Louisiana, but we're gonna do red beans and rice.
Correct.
So, Donna, go ahead.
Okay, so first off, you want to get your red kidney beans and you want to soak them in a bowl for a few hours just till they get tender, and you'll see them rehydrating as you're done with that.
Yeah, they kind of puff up.
Yeah. Some of them will split and stuff.
Perfect.
Then you have about 8 cups of water already in your crock pot here, and I already have it on high. So we're going to dump this into the crock pot. So this is going into the crock pot. So now what I normally do is we're going to grab our sausage and we're going to cut that up. And this, my husband killed this deer in Uvalde, Texas.
So venison sausage.
venison
I have never,
sausage.
now people from Wisconsin, you're gonna look at this like, I have never seen venison sausage like this. So everything is a little different in Louisiana.
And this is a smoked venison sausage. And we just gonna cut it up.
Donna cut up half of the sausage into bite-sized pieces to add to the bean.
So now we're gonna go to the Trinity.
The Trinity.
Is the Cajun Trinity that Terry has learned a lot about. It's basically onion, bell pepper, and celery. And just about every dish we cook will have this in it.
All right. If you have a lot of veggies to cut up, this Xylus chopper is a must-have. You can pick it up at Walmart or order it from Amazon for less than $25.
Okay.
Okay, so now for the seasoning. What do we season with? Now, we use regular water. Otherwise, if you had chicken broth,
Yes.
you could do that,
Yes.
right?
Yep. You could, instead of the 10 cups of water, you could just do some chicken broth. But since we didn't have any on hand, we're gonna add some Better Than Bouillon, premium brand, it's a ham base that it's gonna help the sausage give it a good flavor. So we can add, I don't know, we don't measure over here, so you can just add a hunk of it like that. Throw it in there like that, and you're done, okay?
Oh, it's funny. No measuring spoons needed.
No, we don't measure anything.
Okay.
So then we have our parsley. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. If you cup your hand, that is usually about a teaspoon or so. Just chunk it in there.
All right. It's what fits in there, I guess. All right.
Yeah, it's usually about a teaspoon. If you want more than that, and this is the basil. So we'll chunk that in there.
All right.
This one is the chives. I like chives, so I usually do a couple of these
All right.
because
More of a tablespoon of chives, okay?
yeah, do a couple of handfuls of those. Then the garlic powder, depending on how much garlic you like in your items, you know, in your food. Some people really don't care for it, but this is a really, I do 2 of that. So 2 teaspoons or tablespoons or whatever fits in your little hands. Onion powder, we have onion in there, but this usually helps it to give it more of a better flavor. So a teaspoon of that. You can add, this is Tony Chachere's, and you can add a little bit of that. It's a multi-Cajun seasoning blend, so we'll add about a teaspoon of that.
Okay.
And you can order this online, and that's it. You can take your cracked pepper and crack a little bit of pepper in there, and a little bit of salt. You don't have to put much salt because we added the ham base to it. And that's it on the seasoning. So I'm gonna stir it up, close the lid, and let it cook all day long while you're gone.
Now we got to make the rice for the red beans and rice.
Yes.
Go ahead, Donna.
All
Tell
right.
us how it works.
So we have our rice in here, and we use jasmine wheat rice, and I'm gonna dump it in the pot, okay? And then I already put some water in here. We don't measure, we use so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump the water in there until I feel like it's close to where I want it to be. And your rice will come out perfect every time if you do this little trick. So we poured the water in there, and on your index finger, you're gonna rest the top of the finger on the rice, and then you're gonna fill it up right there to that first line in your index finger with water. So you can see I still need a little bit more water. So we're gonna add some more water.
That's crazy. we do rice to water ratio, but no.
So, perfect.
Measure to your finger right on that first crease. Okay.
Now we're gonna turn it on high, let it boil all the water out of this, and then once all the water's gone, we're gonna turn it on low, put the lid on it, and cook it for 20 minutes and set a timer. And then rice comes out perfect every time.
Here is our red beans and rice with a side of homemade sourdough. I have to say the red beans and rice was absolutely delicious. Thank you, Donna, for helping me out. Thank you all so much for tuning in today and every week as I continue down this road of clinical trials and perseverance. I hope today's video reminded you that healing happens in many ways, through faith, through caring for your body, and through the people God places in your path. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. May God bless you richly, and I'll see you next week.